Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Toby. If this is your first time stopping by, you're welcome. And if this is not your first time stopping by, guess what? You're also welcome, okay? Thank you for coming back. I appreciate you. So as you can see from the thumbnail, today's video is going to be different from all my other videos, okay? So this is a recipe for one of my most requested dishes like ever. Anytime there's like an event or there's a potluck or a family gathering, this is the dish that people always ask me to make because let me tell you something, okay? This is the best Alfredo pasta that you ever had. I dare say that, yes. So if you have an event coming up, especially this holiday season, and you're looking for a dish to make, try this recipe out because people are gonna love it. Like, I'm just telling you that from the get. I'm not gonna waste your time anymore, okay? Let's get into this video. If you try the recipe or if you have any questions, make sure to like just ask me down below in the comment section or let me know that, hey, I tried this recipe out and I loved it. So without further ado and without wasting your time, let's get into this video and yeah, check it. Okay guys, so let's get into this pasta. Do you guys see this yumminess? Do you guys see this deliciousness? Okay, this is my chicken and shrimp Alfredo pasta. We're gonna get into the details of how you can make this for your friends, your family, and just for yourself, to be honest. So first, you're going to need Alfredo sauce. You cannot do Alfredo pasta without Alfredo sauce. It's not Alfredo pasta if you don't have the sauce, okay? Next, we're going to be needing our pasta. For the pasta, I use fettuccine. This is just what I use. You can use linguine as well, but I use fettuccine. That's my preference. Linguine is a little bit smaller. I don't use anything else. Like, I don't use spaghetti, rainbow pasta, whatever the heck those are. I don't use them. This is what I use, okay? So for my proteins, I use shrimp. This is just a 26 to 30 count that I got from my store, Walmart, Giant, Target, wherever it may be. And also you're going to need your chicken breast. This is just a pack that I got from Giant. We're going to be baking that. So for your vegetables, you're going to need red bell peppers, you're going to need green bell peppers, onions, habanero pepper, and garlic. I don't make my pasta without these. These are what make the pasta. Trust me, if you're not using this, I'm rejecting it. It's rejected. One other thing that I like to use is Thai basil leaves. I don't always use this, but every once in a while, I'll just put a little bit after the whole meal is done. I just really like the taste that it adds. So for seasoning our pasta, you're going to need salt, chicken bouillon, whole oregano, basil leaves, parsley flakes, curry powder, dried thyme, and ginger. So the first thing that we're going to be preparing is the chicken, and that's because this is what takes the longest time to prepare. The whole recipe in general does not really take a long time, but you do need to prepare your chicken. So for that, I'm grabbing some garlic and parsley. I'm also going to be grabbing some table salt and olive oil. I don't measure my seasoning, guys. I guess I should give you a disclaimer. I don't measure the seasoning. I just sort of like, you let the spirit guide me. Like, I don't even know. I just let the ancestors guide me. So I'm taking that salt and I'm spreading it all over the chicken breast. And then I'm grabbing some of the garlic and parsley and I'm using that as well to season the chicken. So I've already preheated my oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and I'm going to be baking the chicken for 20 to 25 minutes. That's about the amount of time that it's going to take for this chicken breast to get done. There are 3 breasts in that pan, so you know, if you're making less or more, you kind of have to adjust for that. So now I'm moving on to my vegetables. I've already chopped up the vegetables. I didn't want to show that on camera, but you kind of want to chop them up like you see in this picture. The red bell peppers and the green bell peppers, they all have the same size, and that's because they cook together and you kind of want everything to be done at the same time. So I'm going to be using this large saucepan to make my Alfredo pasta, and I'm grabbing a 1/4 cup of oil. You can use any type of oil, olive oil, vegetable oil, coconut oil. This is some vegetable oil. I'm gonna let that heat up in the saucepan, and once that is all heated up, I'm going to be putting my onions in there to start sauteing. So I don't saute everything together. I do the onions first just because I want it to get a golden caramel color. And you know, frying your onions for a long time kind of develops a sweeter taste to it. So I want it to give the Alfredo pasta that flavor that you get from onions in your food. I'm going to be adding a little bit of table salt once the onions are sauteed halfway. I like to do this at the beginning just to, like, you know, help that onion further sweat. So all in all, I'm going to let the onions saute for about 10 minutes, and yeah. So while the onions are sauteing, I'm going to go ahead and prepare my shrimp. The shrimp that I buy is already deveined and it's very easy to peel. It literally says that on the bag. So I'm just gonna pour that into a colander. And then I'm going to remove the shell off of each one of the shrimp because that's really all you have to do. And it's super easy. I just have to slide the shell off of the shrimp. I think the shrimp was still a little frozen here, so I was struggling with it. But what you can do is you can just run some water or let it finish thawing in the fridge before you actually take the shell off. Mine was still a bit frozen, but it's usually super easy to peel. So once my onion has this golden brown color that I want, I'm going to go ahead and add my habanero and my garlic. Now I'm just stirring all of that together to make sure it cooks evenly. So now for the vegetables, I'm adding my red bell pepper first. And then I'm adding my green bell pepper. It doesn't really matter what order, I just did in this situation. Now I'm stirring all of that together to make sure it gets incorporated well with the onions, so the onions don't like just burn because they're at the bottom of the pot. So I like to season my peppers and everything while they're cooking. First, I'm grabbing my chicken bouillon. I'm using about 2 tablespoons of this. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with 2 tablespoons even though I didn't really measure. But yeah, I used about 2 tablespoons of that. I like to stir as I add my seasoning because I want everything to like start giving flavor to that vegetable mixture from the get. I don't want it to just like sit on the top. I don't know if that makes any sense. Next, I'm going in with my parsley flakes. Not too much of this one, just, you know, a little bit. I kind of let you see the whole time everything that I added. And then I'm adding the whole oregano next. Yeah, this video is not cut down, guys. This is like me. This is the amount of seasoning that I added. I wanted you guys to see that, especially since I don't have measurements for you. So if you want to count like the number of times that I shook my hand to get the seasoning out, maybe that can help you. I'm so sorry. Okay, next we're going in with the basil leaves. Like I said, again, I'm stirring all of that together. I don't want anything to get dried and, you know, stick to the bottom of the pan, even though this is technically a non-stick pan, so I think it should be fine. So next I'm going in with the ginger. Next I'm going in with my dried thyme. And then I'm going in with my curry powder. You guys can see that I kind of add a lot of curry powder because the curry powder is very important for this recipe. Now that all that seasoning has been added, I'm going to go ahead and just stir everything, make sure it's all incorporated, and I'm going to let it fry until like it's all just soft and melty. So the next thing I do is I put a pot of water on the stovetop to boil. This is for the pasta. Now, there's one thing I always do with my pasta water, which is add salt. You need to do this so that your pasta is not flavorless after it's done boiling. It's essential, basically. My chicken breast seems to be done at this point. I've taken it out of the oven. I'm going to go ahead and slice the chicken breast like this. Once the chicken breast is done, do you see how white the center of that chicken breast is? If your chicken breast is pink when you start slicing it, that chicken breast is not done, and you don't want to eat underdone chicken breast. Please be very careful with this, okay? Undercooked poultry is very bad for you. You want to make sure that your chicken breast is white in the center like you see in this clip. So I'm just gonna cut up all of that chicken breast, and then I'm gonna cut it up into smaller pieces because I don't want like huge chunks of chicken breast like that in my pasta. So at this point, my peppers are done, and I'm just adding the chicken breast in there to get like familiar with all those seasonings that I've added, because the only thing I used in the chicken breast was salt and parsley and garlic. So you kind of want to introduce the chicken to all the rest of that flavor, the garlic, the thyme, the curry, the ginger, all of that. So you can see how delicious this is already looking. Like the aroma in my kitchen right now is like off the chain. Like my kitchen right now smells amazing. So at this point, the pasta water is already boiling. Yeah, this recipe doesn't take a long time, guys. We're almost done with it. Pasta water is boiling. One thing you want to make sure you do is you want to add some oil to your pasta water. The reason that I do this is so that my pasta does not stick together when it's cooking. So after adding my oil, I like to go ahead and add my pasta at this point because that's the only thing that's left to do. I like to break my pasta like this. I don't put the whole thing in there. I break it like so, and then I like to spray the pasta. That's what I said, spray it. You don't want to put the pasta as a whole clump into the water because that can cause the pasta to stick together. So you kind of want to take steps to ensure that your pasta doesn't clump together. And apart from adding oil, this is another thing that I like to do. Then I like to stir the pasta so the oil kind of gets everywhere. I'm going to be adding my shrimp to the chicken that's already cooking with the peppers. You don't want your shrimp to cook for a very long time. And yeah, this is just important because you want your shrimp to have like that succulent, what's it called, that bite that shrimp has when it's like not overdone. You don't want it to have like that chewy rubbery feeling. So I like to add my shrimp at this point when I know that my pasta is almost done. I'm just gonna, let that cook, and then I'm going to add my Alfredo sauce. So I'm only using 1 jar of this Alfredo sauce. This is the only Alfredo sauce I use, guys. I don't use anything else, okay? This is the one. I've tried other Alfredo sauces. You can also make your own, but I don't got time for that. So yeah, this is what I do. I buy this Bertolli Alfredo sauce. It's still till today the best one I've ever used. So once I've stirred that sauce around in the shrimp and the chicken, I like to add some water into the jar because there's always residual sauce and you don't want that to go to waste. So I like to put some water in the jar and just shake the jar up and put that in the sauce that's already in the pan. And then I just stir that together, let everything get, familiar, incorporated with each other. You start to get this nice yellow color. Oh my days. Do you guys see this? Do you guys see that shrimp? I just wanted to give you guys a close-up of what the sauce looks like when it's actually cooking. Look at this. Do you guys see those colors? You see the red, the green, the yellow, the shrimp. Hey. It looks so good. Like, I want to eat this up right now. I'm already hungry. I'm hungry right now. Anywho, so at this point, I'm checking my pasta and it seems it's already done boiling. So I'm going to go ahead and just pour that out into a colander, let all the water, drain from the pasta because you need your pasta to be dry when it goes in the sauce. I'm just using a spoon one more time to like stir everything. You don't want your pasta to stick together. Oh my days, let's just slow down on this. Do you guys see this? Look at this. This is delicious looking right now. So at this point, it's all ready to be combined together. I'm gonna go ahead and dump in my fettuccine pasta into the sauce, and then I'm going to use tongs to start to incorporate that sauce with the pasta. Just mix everything together. And there you have it, guys. This is the end result of the pasta. There is nothing more to do at this point. Your pasta is basically done. Like, it's done. Do you guys see this? You guys, taste this pasta right now. Taste it right now and tell me that this is not the best pasta you've ever had. Taste it and lie, because you can't. You can't lie. This is the end result, guys. This is it. Please let me know if you tried this recipe, if you recreated it. I would love to hear what you guys think about this recipe. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to check all my other videos out on my channel. If you guys like this content, let me know, because I will try my best to make more things like this. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video, and until the next time I will see you. You guys have a lovely December. Christmas is in 2 weeks, guys. I'm so excited. Okay, bye.